really frustrating to be, as I've talked about, as close as we've been so many times this season, and to come in at halftime and have a lead and not be able to hang on to it in the second half. Very frustrating. And I give Louisville a lot of credit today. I think Teddy Bridgewater played an excellent game. At the same point in time, I thought defensively we were poor. You shouldn't leave that many guys uncontested, wide open in the back end. And it's not like it looked like we were playing man coverage and we forgot to cover somebody, but we'd been 3 deep and they threw the post under the goal post and there was nobody within 10 yards of him when he catches it. We're in 3 deep and they throw 2 corner routes. Nobody's anywhere around the guy when he catches it. And we did not play very smart today as a football team. We had opportunities in special teams. We dropped a punt early. We had a kickoff return on a squib where we're just trying to get out of the half. And I was squibbing it deep, trying to mess up their timing. We missed a couple tackles and they run it all the way down at the 30, and then that was the one they throw the post on. We have an 80-yard kick by Bonani who did an unbelievable job. And we have a guy hit another guy in the back just running down the field. Just a foolish mistake that takes away about 40 yards of field position in a football game. I thought the first half we came out, we tried to take the quarterback out of it a little bit. The second half with what they did and some of the adjustments they made where they loaded the box and said, we're going to ask this young quarterback to throw it a little bit, to move the ball, and we weren't able to protect him very well, and we weren't able to throw it and catch it very well. And we had 3 turnovers today, I guess to their 1, I think is what it ended up, and we just made too many mistakes to win today. I still don't second guess or question how hard they play, and they came out and they played with passion and effort. It was a hard-hitting game in a lot of respects, but we certainly didn't play one of our better games of the season this year.
Skip, if you can just talk about special teams in general, be it the punting, the muffed return, the kickoff return you gave up, just across the board, how much that play took the rest of the game out of things? 17 points. Take 17 points off the board and then ask how big his special teams were in this game. I think it was absolutely huge. And I thought our special teams really was, say it, we're poor. That's a reflection on us as coaches. I thought our special teams was poor today. Again, Victor Martin drops the ball. We talked about, we didn't even set up a return all day. We said fair catch the ball. Fair catch the ball, secure it. Their punter's averaging about what ours was, about 35 yards a punt or something like that. And we said we'll play the field position game and just cover the punt. And Victor Martin tries to catch it early and return it and drops it. And we gave up 3 on that one. We ended up giving up 7 on the long touchdown, on the long kickoff return. And we took a bunch of field position away. We're making some foolish blunders that you can't make and win. And then, like I said, defensively, we couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. And we were awful in the red zone. Some of that, Teddy Bridgewater scrambles out, somebody comes up to stop the run, and he lays it up and throws the pass. But others are just inexcusable. Others are literally inexcusable for us to play a zone coverage and have them throw the ball 20, 15 yards into the end zone and have nobody anywhere around them. It is inexcusable.
The defense has been pretty solid the last couple games. Any reason what might have happened today?
No, I've seen the field. Why is it all open? I know, I certainly, you got a young corner in there. Kayvon Webster wasn't able to go. We practiced yesterday, but wasn't able to go. He had a concussion. And George Baker played more reps than he has all year today. I'm certainly not throwing him under a bus, but a young, inexperienced guy, and it's 3 deep, and he jumps up on the out cut, and he leaves the corner route wide open behind him. They weren't hard reads, I promise you. They weren't hard reads, and I thought we made it easy. We made it easier than it should be, and it certainly wasn't one of our better efforts as far as being where we're supposed to be. We didn't feel like we could pressure him as much because of the way that he eludes rushers and the athleticism. So we said we were going to play zone coverage and keep the ball in front of us. We didn't execute that game plan very well. And we weren't very good in the secondary.
How big effect did giving up the touchdown at the end of the half have on the team?
You know, I thought the energy at halftime was really pretty good. You're 17-10, you're feeling pretty good. We came out, we tried to run the ball. We don't block the nose guard on the first play, first down. You know, we end up we get into third down. They pressure us, we couldn't protect it. Bobby's got to get rid of it, and we put it away. I mean, so I think it was probably more what we were able to execute in the second half, in the third quarter, than it was what happened at the end of the first half. Because I thought at halftime the energy in the locker room was really positive. 17-10, playing the second half, playing the first half to win in the second. Guys were up. It's like, Coach, we're waiting on you. Well, you know, they were into it. There weren't a lot of people hanging their heads and everything like that. It was still 17-10. I think the turnovers, the special teams, and the blown coverages and zone coverage had much more to do with it than I do the touchdown right before the half and the mental psyche from that standpoint.
Skip, can you talk just about the struggles in the second half offensively? You guys said 4 possessions, we went 3 and out, sandwiched around that.
Well, like I said, they came out and they said, we're going to make your young guy throw it. They said, we're going to make your inexperienced quarterback throw it. We're going to pressure him. We're going to get after him. And I can go play by play if you want me to. You know, first down out there, we have a missed assignment. We don't block the nose guard. We won't turn him free right at the point of attack. The second down, we throw a play action pass. We've got a young freshman wide receiver, you know, that gets behind him. On third down, they pressure it. We've got a guard that misses the linebacker. I mean, I can go down and do every play if you want, but the bottom line is we went 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. We didn't execute, and I think that had more to do with what was going on. You know, just going out and being able to execute what we're trying to do. And I felt like Bobby he stood in there and competed and tried to do some things as a young quarterback, but we've got to get better play out of our quarterback position if we're going to get in the game where we've got to score 30 points to win, because we can't get off the field defensively or can't stop them, and we're going to be a blunder of errors in the special teams.
Skip us this.
In keeping with that theme, on third down was real proud for you defensively. Was that a result of what they were doing well, or what you were not doing as well as you would like to?
So again, you go through almost, you know, the first two, we didn't pick up a blitz. You know, the guy went the wrong way and came to his own. Yeah, okay, I got to slide over. I got it. My bad. You know, I won't do it again. Second time it happens on the other side. You know, and there's 2 third downs. On the first 2 third downs of the second half. Now you got a young quarterback back there. We're putting a lot of pressure on them. They started third down. That's where they make their hay. They first and second down, they stop the run. Third down, they start drawing lines from everywhere and trying to create some confusion, and they created it today. Like I said, I felt like we made too many mistakes, and we put too big of a saddle on a young guy that hadn't played very much back there at the quarterback position.
No, I was talking about you defensively on third down too.
I already made that pretty clear. I thought we were poor on our defensive pass coverage was poor.
Skip, obviously you're pretty frustrated. How much of this do you take personally? How much of this is on Skip?
It's on it. I take a lot of it. I mean, I'm the head coach. That's where it starts. That's where it stops. I take responsibility to it. I've got to do a better job holding the staff to a higher standard. Our staff has to do a better job of holding our players to a higher standard. So I take a lot of it. I take it personal. I think that's why you get into coaching, because you think you make a difference. And I think it's too easy to point a finger at a player and say he didn't make a play, or he didn't do this, or he didn't do that. When I keep saying we're 4 plays away from sitting here 9-1, I'm not pointing at the players saying they're 4 plays from catching the ball or dropping the ball or doing that. I say just as much as anything, I'm 4 plays as a head coach of doing a better job. Our defensive staff, our offensive staff is 4 plays away from us sitting here. We've got to do a better job as a staff. I think we've all got to accept responsibility and accountability, and it starts with me. And I'm the head coach, and that's where it starts. And I've got to do a better job of getting everybody on the same page. And it's pretty obvious that I haven't taught this football team that turnovers will get you beat. We don't take care of the ball the way we need to. It's on the ground too much. And pretty obvious the number of big plays that we gave up today. And it certainly doesn't seem like special teams is very important in winning when you watch that game today.
Last one.
Skip.
Can you talk a little more about what you see coming down the line? Does this teach you where this program needs to go? Does it show you some things about?
you know, just like I have talked about how close we've been in so many games, how close we've been. Today, we didn't execute as a football program. We didn't execute. We as coaches, we as players, we didn't execute the fundamental things you have to do to win. And we've talked about them. I stand in front of this team every Sunday now for 2 years and talk about the plan we have for winning. Turnovers is part of it, third down's part of it. I mean, all those things go into play, and we are not executing the things that we have to do in order to win. Do I think one game is, you know, does a season make? No, I don't. I think this football team has been close. But like I said, I don't think we played well enough on defense. When we asked a young quarterback that he's got to score 30 points to win, I don't think we played well enough on special teams to help us. And I think we had too many mistakes on offense in order to move the ball consistently. As I evaluate the thing, that's what we've got to go back to the drawing board. And we have got to do a better job as a staff of getting these points across to our team if we want to continue to move forward and win.